Hello, ladies and gentlemen from GXP land. I'm moving stuff around and I really shouldn't be. My name is Leonard, here from GXP Streams. I have not turned the thing over. Give me just a moment. I swear I've done this once. I swear I've done this once. Hello, hello. There we go. Not the screen I really intended to. I've just flipping flopping all over the place. But hello, everybody. Again, this is GXP Streams. My name is Leonard, and today I'm going to be streaming what we've been promising. Not for a long while, but just kind of promising because we needed to do it. We technically hit our goal for this previously when we just destroyed right before Christmas. I have in front of me, which I will bring to you right now, Metal Gear Rex, still in box. I've had this since March or April. I think it was March. Pretty sure it was March. I had this back in March. I haven't put it together. I just been kind of not in the mood for it. But I was definitely going to try and get it done before we broke for the Christmas holidays, where a lot of stuff was not going to happen. Did happen. Whatever. Let me just adjust here. Here we go. Okay. So the noises you're hearing in the background are literally the construction going on outside as they're trying to build a building in the fog and the snow. Fog and snow. Interesting. But not important. But that's just what the odd thing you're going to hear is going to be, definitely. Okay. So it's not the first time I've opened up the box like this. I have taken a peek inside because, let's face it, who's not going to take a peek at a Metal Gear box? Gearbox. No pun intended. My God, this is so nice. I was tempted to get the for Japan use only. Well, a lot of good that does me. Into the recycling you go. I've always loved Metal Gear Rex. From the first time I was no, my first venture into Metal Gear was not my own. A friend of mine was like, okay, look, it was the 90s, okay? My friend of mine, it's like one of the first playthroughs I was privy to. So what happened was, a friend of mine actually had a working PS1 and the game, and they were playing it, and they were recording their sessions. It's 2 hours at a time. And it was amazing for me because it was just a game I wanted to see. They weren't very good at it, but it was still fun to see. By the way, he's out there. He's a really great director now. I know he's recognized and stuff in his community or his group, whatever. Look, he's good at what he does. Everyone starts somewhere. Hey, you know what? For one of the first playthroughs ever, that's pretty good. I'm just trying to get myself organized here. Just gotta move some stuff out of the way. There, that can go there. Okay, last time I did a build, I had a bit more desk space now that I'm looking at this. But that's okay. Come on, move. Everybody move. Everyone needs to shuffle down. Did I plan this out properly? Nah. Do I ever? Nah. Alrighty. So as far as I can tell, we're good to go on audio. I just want to... This should work. There we go. Let's do this. Okay, now when I'm done, what I'm gonna do next, not Metal Gear, what I do on my desk next, I might even have even less room. less and yet more room. I would love to. I don't want to tilt the camera because I'm afraid I'm gonna knock it off. It's mooring. It's mooring. I'm afraid I'm gonna knock it off. Its thingy here. Its little stand. I haven't made a stand for it as of yet. Like, I'm looking at 3D printing a bunch of stuff. A stand would be ideal for this as well. If that way it can clip to the boom without actually needing to be, without it needing to be precariously put up here. And I don't want to poke it either because I know it might fall. It's a work in progress. A work in progress. My mate, Ryan, who we haven't seen on the channel for a while, but Ryan is out there. He's working on a bunch of stuff right now. I could be lying. I don't know. I don't care. If anyone happens to be out there in listening land, could I get a sound check? I haven't checked the sound on this in a very long time. Hopefully it's okay. My gosh. I look at these and I just, oh, I get excited. I don't know what it is. I love mechs. I love mecha. I love Evangelion, but I hate all the characters. I am weird. I'm crazy. Tea's almost gone. Right before this, I assembled a sandwich. It was pretty mediocre. I didn't put any... I just had to grab something to eat before I got to streaming. The thing I love about this is we get little guys. Like, I thought they were going to be big... Hold on. There we go. Too much glare! Here we go. We got little guys in here, and I thought they were going to be bigger, but they are not. They are tiny. So now I don't feel so bad. I thought they were going to be a lot bigger, which means I thought the scale of this thing was going to be a lot bigger. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to find anything that's to scale. It's like, oh no, that's perfect. That was perfect for my initial purposes. My initial purposes was I was going to find a... what was it? I was going to find a like dollar store village type thingy, and then I was going to do that. I was going to take the village over with this Metal Gear. Have this Metal Gear demolishing buildings and all that cool stuff. It's essentially what I was going to do. It was just going to be a fun project. It's still going to be a fun project. I might do it still because I do have a village to assemble, and if I do, I will put the pictures into GXP, into our Discord. I'm not going to put up no links, no nothing. If anyone's here, that's great. If not, oh, too bad. You're watching the VOD. Woohoo! Oh my gosh. Oh, they included the sketches. Okay, I'm a big nerd when it comes to art. When it comes to art, like, I love seeing initial work. I love seeing sketch. I love seeing roughs, because when I see the roughs and the outlines, like, I love roughs because that tells me how they went through the process of getting there. And that's the biggest point for me, is like, it's not the coloring, it's not the shading, it's not anything when you're done. It's the process of getting your shot, taking your photo, but in your mind and then putting it to paper. That's the biggest thing for me, is to do that and to have the notes on it. Oh, so good, so very good. Oh, so this Rex can dip. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. Like, it's got its own downward dog. Le wolf. So this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to go through. I can't wait to get started. Just letting me know what to expect in the package. Sorry if that's a little bit bright there. My monitor's not helping either. Let's turn it a little bit. There we go. Okay. I have an old monitor that I'm using as my studio screen, but I can't see that. Or you can kind of see it fairly well. It will include all these packs and all these patterns that will be on it. I think the light's just like really, really intense on it right now. I was like, ugh. I wonder if I can get a little diffuser for that. Let me see what I can find real quick. Ain't gotta be nothing special. Just a little bit of, hey, I'm in the way. I mean, it has some of that already, but I think it has to deal with a lot of the light intensity itself, really. Like, I gotta be brave. So you can say, if I can figure this thing out, there we go. If I just strap this to it, would that help? I'm gonna go with no. Wow, that is just a crazy amount of light then. Or the camera sucks. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could light this differently and have the camera lit, which reminds me, I gotta get something to Ryan. Oh, we'll see. Hello, Rusty. Hello. Thank you, Brian, for chiming in, letting me know that the audio is good, or at the very least, decent. So, Rusty, you're down for the first, and you're down for a giveaway. Which makes me wonder. I can't remember. Oh, it worked. I'm not gonna lie, I can't read that. There's the giveaway. Check out the chat. Don't care. Moving on. Oh wow, there are 2 pages of this. That's great. That is kind of hilarious and kind of great. I do like the fact that you can see what poses these guys are gonna be in. Oops, I'm putting it at the light, not at the camera. But here you got Liquid Snake flying on his invisible bicycle. Got Solid Snake doing his thing. He's got the rocket launcher. Here's Gray Fox just standing up, and here's Gray Fox semi-armless, looking like I forget the spoilers. It's been long enough. If you haven't played it, if you care, go play it now. Go play Metal Gear Solid. It's a great game. Love it. Barely live, but still functional enough to sound check. That's a low bar. I say that's a low bar, but I know people. We're gonna leave it at that. Alrighty. I do have my handy dandy stand here. The dollar store or something. This is my wish stand. It came from a wish. Oh. Was it upon a star? Doesn't matter who you are. Especially if you're driving a Metal Gear. I made the missus downright laugh herself silly because she was telling me one of the Star Wars stories about one of the Ephorians? One of the giant turtle head dudes. Apparently he fell prey to an Imperial officer and such whatever. Things went wrong. He turned him in, or the Ephorian turned in the Imperial officer because he didn't want, he wanted revenge against him kind of bad. Not like bad, but he just I can't stand you for, like hurting my people, just destroying things, doing bad stuff. So he turned him into his superior officer who killed him. And he felt bad about that. And I'm not going to lie, I would have felt bad about it too. So, as his people said, we will, for every tree we take down, we will plant 2 new trees to replace it. Which was really cool. So what he did was he went down to the corpse, took a DNA sample, and cloned 2 children to raise them correctly. So his legacy would still continue on, but not in the way he intended. To make good people. He did to make better people. The joke is I imagine them running around going, "Oh, you can't catch me, brother. What's the problem? I'll get you, Liquid." And she burst out laughing because she got the reference immediately. His les enfants terribles. And the tea is gone. Lovely. All right, let's get this party started. I don't know if any of you have seen it in Discord, but I have my not sponsored beverage that was in my windowsill because I cracked it open a little bit. It's got a nice little rail in there. Just popped it right in there. They're all cold. They're all wonderfully cold now. Actually, let's do that. Hoo-yah! Okay, that's good. Diabetes approved. All right, let's see here now. From 1 to 16. Okay. I'm just reading what the manual says here. Manual showing us. We're going from step 1 to step 16. We're going to need these panels, I believe. 1 through, well, A through D, G, H, and K. Makes sense. I do like the fact that they have, they're lettered, and then the lower stuff are numbered. Window Coke? Yes, Window Coke. That's what you call a native fridge. Or a native mini fridge. In the days the electricity goes out, we put it in a box and then set it outside. Yes, we put it in a cooler to put it outside in the winter. That way everything doesn't freeze, but it still keeps cool. Alright. I can tell what that one is because it's M. Not because it's M, I mean because it's got the radar dome on it, whatever. I'm not going to open it till I need it. First one here. We are looking to build from H and D and K. Oh my. D, K. Oh, those are pretty. Why is that so pretty? Why does that one concern me? Maybe I should try to keep these in alphabetical order. We'll see. M and L, O. Okay, they're not even in. Okay, this one's G. Do I need G? Yes, G will be needed. The gray one is, the dark gray one is G. What is the light gray one? Come on, give me a letter. Give me a letter. I. Will need I. Okay. G and I. Pardon me. PC. I need PC. Yep, it's a PC. H. What's on this? Is it still H? It's double H. We're gonna need H. What do we got here? Oh, that's cool. Sorry, I can see some of these parts and I know what it is. K. Gonna need K. What else is in here? K and the 2 Ks. Right. Okay. Okay. N. No. No N. I sound like Pat Sajak. No N. F. No E or F. We're definitely not going to need that, and I'm pretty sure that's P. Yeah. No, not going to need you. You all can sit at the end in shame. Shame. I'm definitely going to need A, B, C, though. That's what it's telling me. There's C. So I'm guessing is E. I'm going to need C, but not E. I know this piece. I know this piece right here. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh. I'm so giddy. I'm gonna have trouble getting started. I'm just too giddy. But A and B, gonna need those definitely. I know the package pretty much says gonna need everything. Or a Leonard amiibo in this specific instance. I totally missed when you dropped that. I'll have to figure out where that came in. D. Yep, gonna need D. D's nuts! Thank you. I'll be here all week. Okay. Handy dandy. Scissors. So this is D. I'm going to need D right off the bat. So I'm going to open up out of its container. D. Yes, D for D's nuts. Thank you. Sorry for all the crinkling. And this was A and B, if I'm not mistaken. B. and A. Yes, these will also be needed. Be free from your prison. Now, I'm not going to use them right away, so these two are going right back in the box as the first two slots. Oop. Box is a little tilted, but that's okay. You go into the package, dude. What did I say this one was? C and E. Correct me if I'm wrong. D comes after C, not E. So I'm going to pull out C and set it over here with the other ones in order, but I'm going to leave E in the package to remind myself I don't need it quite now. So D will go next. I'm going to put that right there. Then E, still in the plastic, goes next. Discerning K. Right. K. I will need K. So K is pretty far down the line, but still being open. I'm glad it's not written on the bag itself, to tell you the truth. These are double H. Double H. We'll need this one. Okay. Double H. I like the fact that they're twos. This is PC and PC. I'm going to leave that in the package until I absolutely need it. Just because it's a smaller frame, I just don't want to get it wherever. And I'm not even sure why it's called PC. No clue. This one is, what do we got? Organization is key because this makes everything go easier next time. G and I. We'll need both. Be free from your prison. And some weird noises from outside. Sounds like it's raining, but I know it's snowing, so I have no idea what's going on out there. G. Oh, which one was this? Is this F? E. G. H. I. For the most part, everything's in order. I think I put F aside, did I not? Oh, that's N. Oh, F is in this one. I'm not going to move it. It'll be fine there. I don't need F right now. If I do need F, it'll come up. There are a lot less parts here than I thought there were going to be, which is both good and bad. The answer, buff them. Sure, why not? Some good drink. Not exactly a station break. I'm just looking around. Oh, that reminds me. I was supposed to have that running. Oops. I just hope I have it muted. Yeah, it's muted. Okay. As I'm redneck for both of them. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Both of them. Buff. All of them, both of them, either or. So, the first section we're going to do appears to be the legs. I'm not 100%. Wow, what the hair? Okay, so apparently what it's going to look like is it's this entire drive section, which includes, I can have to say, the heel. They love their heels in these games. And I just don't mean they're Fall Guy. I mean they love their heels. All right, we're gonna get right off to H. H. Oh wow, H is a little one. He was a little one. Feels a bit more Christmassy than it did a few weeks ago. Probably because there's just nothing going on. It was just slightly cold. Now again, these are a lot smaller than I thought they were gonna be. I gotta stop wiggling. Stop wiggling, Leonard. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, let's get right into it. Get my handy dandy clippers. Are these the ones that are damaged? I wonder. I'm gonna say no. I have two pairs of these, and I have one pair that's damaged. I tried to cut some metal with them. It was a bad idea. Brian says, one of the joys of Jeff Foxworthy's show on Comedy Network a while ago was Redneck Dictionary segments. I gotta go back and watch that. That sounds amazing. I love his comedy. I used to love this guy called Don Burnstick. He was a native comedian. He still is a native comedian. He tells native jokes, and believe me, they're funny in native communities and not to too many other people. The problem is he started getting mean. And that's where native comedy does not go. Native comedy is not mean. It's just funny. Sometimes it's like you're allowed to make fun of yourself first. If you can't poke fun at yourself, you can't poke fun at nobody. That's native comedy 101. And when he started getting mean, that's when I was like, no, none of that. Uh-oh. Ad break coming. Wait, ad break? We have ads? Sweet! I'm just kidding. But still, wow. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. Is there anything here to tell me how long that's going to go for? Well, one way or the other, we're going to start cutting. Hello? God, I'm getting notifications. Like yesterday, nobody cared about me. Uh-oh. That's going to have to be fixed. No. Okay. Good. I thought it was something important. I think I'm getting Amazon package today. That's unfortunate. So, what fell off the shelf was my 80s reprint Starscream. It's not the actual thing, it's just a reprint. Now, what happened was he fell off and he fell right onto one of his wings. And the little part that's supposed to disconnect, so that way you can put it back on in the event of, this very thing from happening, has sheared right off. So I can't even put it back for him to transform now. It's gone. It's just gone. It's busted. It's supposed to fall out, but in this case it just went bleh. Well, whatever. It's something for another day. It looks like he's going to have to go from toy to permanent fixture. Oh, well. Was going to say, LOL, we do 3 minutes of ads every hour to avoid pre-rolls. You know what? I like that. Really something we could do about that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Do you know what? 3 minutes of ads throughout the hour? Fine. No pre-rolls. I like that much better. Because then you're here, you get what you came for. You get an immediate dose of GXP right to the bloodstream. Don't tell me I only need one from this pile. H, 9 and 10. Sweet. Exclamation mark. Who knows what that means? Oh, don't cut the thing off. Okay, sweet. 9 and 10. I guess those go first. Am I supposed to do that twice? This is the only part from H I'm gonna need. For now. Step 1. Do this twice. Ah, okay. Still check in the numbers. 9 and 10. Here we go. I like how these look internal. It's not just because the color is a little bit different, but just it looks like it's gunmetal. So there's that one. 10. I know clearly they go together a certain way. Just give me a minute. I'm working on it. You know, I threw out the glasses I got from bins that were magnifiers. And I'm shooting myself now for doing that. I didn't have a place for them. I didn't need them. Oh, Starscream. Well, maybe. I mean, I can always take one of these pegs because these look like they're big enough to insert into Starscream. Now that I look at it, it's like, oh, maybe there's an alternative right there. I'm sure we can fix it. That Starscream does not have like a particular significance to me. It's just kind of there. I think we got him at a. I think we got him at a Value Village. He didn't have any of his parts, any of his extra parts, no blasters. But I was still happy to have him because I didn't have him as a kid because he was expensive back in the 80s. As a prime example of what was expensive before is even more so now. Because we look at certain things. Brian says that part of a paperclip, a hobby drill, and a dab of super glue would work perfectly if you can get the old piece. No, there's no piece there. It's gone. The piece is gone. It's an empty hole in the peg. I don't think you can see it, but oh, you can totally see it. It's an empty hole now. Now on the other side, oops, sorry, you can totally see the other side. Kind of see the other side there. But on the other side, there's a little. It doesn't even like sit in there like totally. It sits in there enough, but it should be able to be good enough just to kind of pop itself out if it gets enough force. But other than that, it's just a hole now. Like you can see right through it. There's no piece in there. There's nothing like that. No, if the peg was still in there, I would be like, oh yeah, I could totally fix this. The peg is gone, sheared right off. Now, do I attach this as is, or do I gotta wait for the other parts first? Nope, as is. Nothing goes inside. Okay. I have to check back on the instructions just to be sure. I want to be sure. Nothing worse than putting something together than have to take it apart again after the fact. Good. I put one of the figures together once, and the shavings were poking out so much it actually prevented it from connecting properly. And man, believe me, that was an annoyance to pull all those pieces off just to shave the first part that went together. The underlying part that went together first. That was a pain in the butt. But don't worry, we could definitely do something to fix Starscream later. He might have, like I said, he might have to be a permanent fixture, but it's so hard with Starscream, you know? Like, his robot mode is cool, yes, like, that's Starscream. You cannot mistake that for anybody else. That is definitely Starscream. And that's the best. That's one of the best parts about them is like they know how to make them look iconic and not just be iconic. It's like, I'm gonna tell you this is iconic. No, bad dogs or whatever they were called. Bad dogs, guys who made the hacker walking around town series or whatever. It was like GTA: The Matrix, whatever it was called. Because I will sometimes sit here and just transform him because I do love this one. I love jets. I love Transformers because it's 2 toys in 1. So that's what he looks like. Where's that wing? That goes down. Goes down. And then you add the other wing like that. See, even transformed, he is like really good. It's really beautiful. Like, it does look like a jet you can just play with. I mean, I can hang it up anywhere then. Because it looks really good. I love the lines. I love how they've made all the corrections from the 80s. Everything just looks fantastic on the jet. And it even has the profile and the silhouette of said jet in almost any configuration you look at it in. The only thing that's only slightly questionable is just his chest piece on the bottom. But that's on the bottom. Everything else looks pretty much perfect. But again, I will fix him later. That's a different project for a different time. And these two are done. I gotta stop going over there. I've lost track of what I'm doing twice. All right, D6 and 7. I gotta do that twice. I know there are 2 Ds over here because we're building both legs. Are we getting a lot of parts? We're gonna be getting a lot of parts from D. So, not the cat. The cat's not here anymore. She has a new home. 6 and 7 right here. Keep having it close to my head. And I go like, oh no, back out, back out. You can see just fine from over there. Nearsighted, doesn't help. Make sure those are not going to interfere with one another. That one is. See the ever slightly little scuff out. Precision and time is key. Mind you, these clippers are amazing. Brian sold me on them. So now I have them, and making models is a lot more fun. But to sit there and guess and not to shave every single piece. A lot of times I don't even need to shave it at all. Okay, so this one with little eyepiece out. Could you guys be a little bit more specific? Boop, beep, but not boop. Or is it? Yes, that way. Okay. 6, 7. So it should go like that, I think. Oh, that one's the much bigger one. Hold on. So I'm going to make sure I'm putting that on the right way. Hooky thingy on that end. Okay, there we go. There we go. I used to hate these because I love just getting action figures out of the box. So that's just going to go like that. Okay. Do that once. Do that twice. On the plus side, it's actually starting to warm up in my room. Brian, I still obsessively shave pieces, but that's thanks to my Warhammer 40k days when the model molds were pretty junk as hell. Oh dear God, I could only imagine. I'm happy for a little bit more modern Metal Gear. Like I said, I only bought this back in March. Only bought this back in March. So it's fairly new. Like, this wasn't out when I first went to look for one, but it was out almost a year later. So I'm okay with that. Having proper clippers helps a lot too, because before all I had was my really clunky wire strippers. Like this, but worse. I went out and I bought this kit that had this in it for when I was doing some home stuff. I wasn't, or No, I bought this to do my Dragoon build, which I did over the course of several months because I forgot I was doing it. I just didn't, was like, oh, I gotta take the time to do it. Made some time for it, and I was like, oh, it was done in no time. I thought I needed a lot more time for it. I'm hoping to utilize the next couple hours of Metal Gear building to its fullest. So that goes on the back again. That goes on there like so. See, I'm not sure if you can see it very well. There's a little engraving printing. One ends in a flat end and one ends in a sharp end. So the sharp end goes to the back of this. I say to the back. This might be the front. Who knows? Did I simply attach the other side to that? Snappy, snappy. That's not bad. Like, that looks scuffed, but that's fine. It's totally fine. It's good enough. It will be on display, but it'll be displayed for me, not anybody else. Okay. Moving on, our next pieces are going to be D and K. K. Whatever. I'll find it. D20. Roll it! No. D20. There it is. This looks pretty extensive. I'm going to do this the way it suggests. So I'm going to do D20 first. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. D20. D20 from there. D20 from here. Now it says this will sit in, like this. Okay. Point up, it goes down here like so. This will sit in the top part like that. And this will do the same. Now I must fish out the part K12. Twice. This is cool for a leg assembly. I don't care. People say it's tedious. I don't care. It's cool in my book. I'll put this one above that line, so I gotta be careful. I do like the fact a lot of it is really designated well. Just so you know that you gotta be careful in certain spots. In others you can clip away crazily. But that's okay. 2 K12s. I'm probably gonna need K again, so I'm just going to... I'm not gonna keep it out. It's gonna be a little bit of pain in the butt though. I'm gonna put it here with D. D is not in the proper spot, but I know I'm going to be using them like right away. So K12 is that little funky spot here, and that's going to go down there. Whoops. That goes up there. This is going to go in here. Like this. Like this. Oh, it sits in there. Oh, it slides in there. Look at that. Oh, gee, that was easy. So yeah, little catch goes in, that other little square goes out. Gotcha. Okay, so next spot, it's going to want the D18 and the K8. So I'm going to clip the two K8s out right now. Just going to double check that. Looks good. So just try to get as close as possible. I love that these are cut a certain way. The metal's cut a very specific way, so one side is very flush while the other side is angled into the cut. To get that shearing action. 1 and 2 K8. I try to hang on to the piece. That way it comes off nice and easy into my hand rather than me losing it on the floor in the dark. Because it is kind of dark in here. I didn't take J out yet, but it's fine. I don't think J could be a problem. K sits right in the front. Right. So it says this will go on. Little notch side down. Okay. There's a notch. Okay, so notch side down. Oh, nice. Ah! I'm stupid. I just lost a piece. I think this is the heel. Ah, it didn't go too far. Okay. Oh, scoop me back. Scoop me back. Scoop me back. Okay. I have no idea why things love to go flying, considering they don't get a whole lot of momentum. Momentum. Perfect. Perfect. Two of you. Good, 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 good. Next up on the item up for bids, D18. I had to remember which square I was on the instructions. If you want to follow along, you can definitely have the instructions open. It's like a Metal Gear build. So I'm guessing that's this D18. We're gonna say yes, D18. Two of those, please. Please. So you're gonna be clipped there, there, up there, not down there, and there. Yeah. D18, double checking. Cut twice, measure once. Other way around. Take that and reverse it. And I just dropped another piece. Now I gotta go this way. Ow. Just banged my top nut on the desk. It didn't actually hurt, it just startled me. I prefer to have the top knot when I'm doing work. So this half, that half, these two go together like that. Okay, cool. Where don't you want to fit together? Oh, big one's gotta go in first. I see. Slightly different angle than you guys, but you can't really see it. But there is. Oh, there's the big notch here. Big notch here. Big notch here. The two pegs on the other side got to go into those notches, and that's why the little notches don't want to go, because the big one's got to go in first. Behave, all of you. And then that snaps in there like that. Nice and so. Macaleg. Gotta get these guys together. Now I can actually show you on both sides, yeah. Trixie pants and horses, yes. Those patients, yes. Trixie, yes, of course they are. Almost lost that. Bada boom. Gotta make sure everything's together though. Stubborn pegs. I'm okay with you sticking what you're in there. Hopefully I don't make any big problems. So that way I mess it completely up. Oh my gosh. Okay, that one was tech complicated enough. Now I got this little hubber-jibbery of engine building. I'm not sure what to say about that, but we're gonna do our best. D's and H's, PCs. Well, oh my. Okay, I do need to get into PC. It's got a number 2 on it. Do I gotta do that twice? Well, I'm getting PCF out of here, so we're getting our handy dandy scissors. I don't like how small this one is. I somewhat detest it. F. Well, this is like the first time I've actually seen these labeled with letters, not numbers. Oh, this is very malleable. Like, this is almost like a rubbery plastic. I was wondering why they were so specific. It's because, like, it's wee wobbly. I know you can't really see that very well, but it's like, it's the texture. It's the texture when you touch it. It's not right, to say the least. It's just not right. Okay, so 2 of those. I will need, geez, what am I gonna need? H5. I'm gonna start with H5 and H4. So there should be 2 H's. 2 H's, there we go. 5 and 4, right? Correct? Did I say 5 and 4? H5 and 4. Okay. So H5 and 4. There we go. So it wants to be clipped on the top. I'm imagining that this is the pivot point. And this one's 4. Okay. This is a pivot point because of the rubber bit on it. I imagine the rubber bit is more for friction, not for elasticity, as I would probably otherwise assume. 5 and 4. 5 was such a smaller piece than 4. I apologize in advance now because I realized that I could have taken the time to put the instructions up on screen for y'all to follow along. I just didn't take the time beforehand. Not that I was in a rush or anything. I was busy getting myself ready because I was going to sit here for a couple hours getting this done, which I'm happy for. Don't worry. Don't get me wrong. I am stoked to be here to be doing this. I gotta go back to H5 for D17s. 14, 16, 17. Oh wow, that's definitely a foot pad. That looks so cool. You can go over here. I do like, rather than having 2 of them printed on one block, they just double print a block. This model was a lot better thought out than some of the other models I put together. I'm gonna make, for this one, it's clearly gonna sit inside something, so I'm gonna make sure that side is absolutely flush. There will not be no going back with these, because once they're in there, they're in there. And if they're in there improperly, they're going to cause problems. They won't seal properly. They may pop out at a later time. Just ask Brian. He's there in the chat. He'll tell you all about it. And yeah, he's like he said before, he's working on Warhammer 40K back when they were not good. Ooh, this one has got a big bite left in it. Too much. Too much. That's got to come off. That means the other one's probably got... Yeah, the other one's got a big burn on it too. Are you coming off? Is that so bad? Oh, just a little correction. There we go. All right. So I believe we're set to go on to the next part. I definitely should have had a window and window. But whatever. I'm not about to take time to set that up now. I got to get moving on this. It's already after 1 o'clock. You can take myself a little seat. As Brian said, a giant pain, but the finished projects look so good. And take that time, that little bit of extra time to do it right now. You don't got to take the 20 to 30 additional minutes at the end of the project to do it again. You can literally sit back and enjoy your build. Oh, that's what the numbers are for. In the booklet, it's telling me exactly how to put this together. So it says to put this one on first as number 1. So first part to go down will be that. Second part to go down will be this. As it sits right... sorry, no. This doesn't go down second. This goes down third. This goes on here at number 2. Now you just got to figure out which way it points. Okay. Because it does have one end that is indented and one end that has the... I'm not sure if that's called a flange, but whatever that is. But that, the big sticky end goes on like that. Still not entirely sure why they decided to make that one rubbery. And then that will go on. I'm trying to bring this up here so you all can see it. Did I do this wrong? Oh no, it's gone. Oh, did I catch it? I got it! Yeah! Okay, it just fell in my lap. It's good. I'm gonna double check that one for PC marked F. Yep, that's the right one, marked F. F is identical up and down to my knowledge. Either I didn't put in the H in there correctly, or... Oh, I didn't think I put H in correctly. Maybe? It's not going down no further. There's nothing else it can do. That's like literally where it ends. Can't do it any other way. Or can you? Or did I just mess it up royally? The easy answer is Leonard messed it up royally. Oh yeah, that came out super easy. I put it too far forward and put it back enough. It's got to touch there and then snaps in the back, not in the front. There's nothing else to go around it. Hey, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. And that's how that can sit in the front as its little toe beans. I'm assuming it's a toe. I could be wrong. Not that toe. TOE. I know we've shared this story a bunch of times. One of the first instances I had with Brian was he was looking for a ride to Anime North. So we decided, sure, we'll give you a lift. We might as well go there too. So we decided to all go to Anime North. And then he's like, can we bring my friend Michael, because he wants to go too. He's got this and that, whatever. Oh yeah, we got room in the car. Let's bring Till as well. So I was telling the missus, and she's like, okay, so who's all coming? I was like, well, we have Brian and Toe. And she's like, okay, who are we bringing? I had just realized what I had said up to that point. Who does Brian have in tow? Yeah. Although technically it was Michael's brother. Wasn't that for NSP concert? I thought it was for... Maybe it was for the NSP concert. Oh, right, it was, because Michael went a different way. We had acquired his brother. Okay, no more PC for right now. I am going to need sections M4, 2, and the Ks. Where my M's be at? Are M's still in the package? Yes, they are. That's weird. I thought I took out everything I was going to use. Huh. Okay, M's coming out too. It even says right here, take M out, and I completely missed it. Welcome to the world of oxygen, boys. There's J. So J can go before K. And M. So for 2 from M, we're going to need is M4 and M2. Shouldn't I have 2 of these, though? Oh, because there's 2 here, printed here. Okay, cool. M4? M4? M2? Oh. This one's M4. Huh. There. Not confusing at all. Nah, not confusing at all. A little bit on the top edge I gotta get rid of. I think that's because I put the clippers down incorrectly. Seems to be on them all. No, just that one. And that one. These other 2 turned out fine. Nice. Before I put those on, I'm going to need K, 9, and 10. Let's see here. J, K. There we go. Back to the Ks. Nine, 10. There we go. Ten. 9. 10. just in case, now I'm not sure if I showcased this. I did finish the Millennium Puzzle off screen. It took me less than 5 minutes to solve it. Then I did bust it up for when we met with Michael. I wanted to see if he was going to do it. He didn't want to touch it, so I had to put it back together. That took another hour or so. And we got this stand made for it as well. So it's just a nice little stand for it to sit in, so I can put it on display. It sits on my shelf. I still have the box. I haven't thrown the little Millennium box out, so let's get this together. Yeah. Let our powers combine. So K10 and 9 are supposed to go together immediately. No questions asked. Just like that. We go together. And then go into M2 through the big hole at the top. That's supposed to go like that. I don't feel like I missed something here, but whatever. I think it's fine. That looks good. And then it says this is to go in here. Connects to L rubber thingy. I'm still not sure why it's a different why it feels so different. I'm not sure why it's not supposed to be on that. Like normally it would be to make the fitting more malleable to what you're doing. And then this one goes on the end of that. Okay. Big wheel down. Little wheel up there. So I said the normality is that it's supposed to bend and flex so that way it gives a nice tight seal. I'm not sure if that's what they're trying to go for here. I mean, it seems to give it a bit more friction. Maybe that's to keep the form in case, you know, you decide to move it around a little bit. I will tell you this much. It likes to fight you when it's trying to be put together, though. You know, we can build these elaborate model kits of mechs really well, but we can't get like an actual mech out in the field. I understand it's made out of different materials and it's super heavy compared to just putting it together in plastic. But come on, we can totally make those. I mean, we should be making plastic parts for ourselves, us humans. Brian, it was funny watching Michael work on it for a bit, then go forget this and hand it back. I would like to say he handed it back. That's not quite what happened, but we're going to say he handed it back. I mean, I think he totally had it. He just didn't want to deal with it that night, I believe. I was like, it's a puzzle. It's calling to you. It's saying, hey, Michael, you want to solve me, don't you? Why he's got a southern drawl, I don't know. I would do another accent, but that would be not a good idea. Moving on. I have to admit, I was kind of losing my mind to some of the the CNN guy who was covering the door that fell off the airplane. Because how he was describing it was And he's like, oh, eyewitness accounts say that there was just an immense suction and it felt like someone was getting sucked out the door. A kid lost his shirt. And I'm like, Brian, somehow I imagine in your head for that moment every puzzle had a southern drawl. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, I was just saying that this dude was like, he was kind of very ignorant to science, and it irked me off because he's trying to sell explosive decompression as this thing that just, you can't fight, you must go with it. It's like, dude, decompression happens for about 3 seconds. That's about it. But he's like, oh, the air rushes out and then the cold air rushes in. It's like, no, it doesn't. It doesn't rush. The air rushes out to balance. The heat goes out. The heat goes out. The cold air doesn't come in. The heat just goes out. Because once the air pressure is balanced, once it's balanced, then the heat just escapes out the door. Like, it's not, it's not like immediate. It's not that fast. One can down. One can, one tea. Good. Moving on. It's enough out of you messages. I will get back to this. Move my scissors. Move this aside. That I don't need anymore. Scissors I'm probably still going to need some. They're not going too far away. They're just going to be not right there. All right, next section of parts. We need the H and K's. So we're going to grab the K's first. Because I know they're two separate parts. I think H is one part. 2 K's. K3 and K4. K-sauce. More feeties, I hope. Or at the very least, they're going to be panels. They're very nice panels. Even though I would normally find these panels boring in real life, when you're actually constructing something with them, they look amazing. Or when used the right way, I guess I could say. And like everything I can think of in the medium, pretty much has the same design for panels. Just these little marks on it. Looks really cool. It's minimalistic, but it tells you that somebody was using it to measure. It's like, oh, this section here, like from here to here, and it's going to be this big. Which I'm okay with. Next one. What do I need? K3, 4, and I need H8. Go back to the H's. 2 H's. Double H. No triples here, folks. Just H8. Wow. Oh, the other side's probably going to come right afterwards. I'm not fooling anybody. I was like, but there's an identical piece right next to it. Oh, it's next. Don't worry. Don't fret. It'll be next. So I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave my book open to page H. Snippet, snippet, everyone loves a snippet. In case y'all are wondering, I found a nice 80s synth playlist on YouTube, DRM free. It's called Retro Wave Synth, whatever. Just in case you're wondering. I thought it very appropriate for said build. I don't think even of these need cleaning. That came off nice. That came off nice. Nice. We're good. I think we're good. Looks good to me. That needs to be trimmed. Ever so slightly. Oh, so yeah, like the CNN guy was bugging me about. He's not bugging me. He's bugging me the way he's trying to talk about how physics worked. And I'm like, dude, that's not how it works. Stop trying to sell it as this fantastical thing. Once the air pressure normalized, it was fine. Brian, I say it's pretty solid regardless. You check to see it's copyright free. Nah, it just said it was. I just went with it. Otherwise, we'll find out very soon. How does this go together? Oh, okay, that seat's right underneath it. So how this is going to work is like in this cavity here, it'll just sit inside that cavity just like that. And then I add the other two pieces on the other side. Oh, I'm so glad I shaved underneath it. That would have been bad. I don't know, we just might have made it a little bit more snug. That's fine, that's fine. So where's this little flat? Flat one goes in the bottom, and it says this one turns out and goes out the top. Really? Really? Oh, so it does. This one sits in the front, like so. Oh, this is so cool. And this guy, oh god, like they made it idiot proof. Oh, not idiot proof. Oh, anyone who says, oh, it's idiot proof, guess what? They build a better idiot. I might just listen to this in my off time too. Brian, LOL, I find it's, if it says it's usually at least 95 to 99%, yeah. I have a Samurai Synthwave I also listen to, and I've never had problems with that one. I think it's because it's all from the composer. Some composers are really cool, and they're like, oh no, I'll make my stuff DRM free so people can enjoy it, so you can be on stream, and then you can listen to my non-DRM free stuff, which I have purchased several, and I will say albums that way. Or at least gone to the Spoofy to support them. Oh, it fits like a dream! And then like this. Poof. Hopefully y'all can see how that's coming along. It looks fantastic. It looks absolutely fantastic to me. Let's move on to our next step, which is on the next page. 124. Oh, geez, I thought it was just 1 o'clock last time I looked. No problem, no problem. Not dating the time or anything, but I do have to watch for when 3 o'clock rolls around. It's back to that time of the year. I kind of wish I had gotten a screen for this just so y'all could see. And then I wouldn't have to have the book in front of me. But it's alright. Oh, H7. Okay, sweet. So, the H7 I left behind, I can now go back and get because it's the corresponding piece to actually attach it. So everything we've done up to this point will now come together. Right now. To watch the Leafs. No, I would never watch the Leafs again. That's a lie. I would totally watch them again. I like hockey. I like the kind of team building it has. Especially modern hockey. As compared to the kind of toxic upbringing of it. Back from my time. The time in the 80s, the 90s. I remember when there was only 80s, 90s, and whatever. Now there were the 10s, and we're into the 20s yet again. All right, how does this attach? I don't have one side of the book anymore. I have two sides of the book. Okay, it goes into the sliding piece that comes out. So you got sliding piece come out. I am still lost. Oh, is it just that slot there? So the little slot right there, that just sits there. So I got to be a little bit more careful. So that slots into that like that. And then this is going to slot into up here. Oh, I see. It even's got a little chunk for it down here for it to sit there and sit inside there. So it sits both in this little wedge here and in this section here. Two at once. So all I got to do is make sure it sits properly, because I didn't at first, and now I got it. It does. We're all seated in place, everyone together. Now I will put the top part on to make sure everything is seated properly. Make sure everything lines up. Everything folds in. We're good. And now that should slide fairly simply. All the way up, all the way down. And that even has a little bit of give too. Little one on the bottom, big one on the top. Oh, that's so nice. And even the foot moves. One Metal Gear foot. I love that the foot goes out just a little bit. Just enough. Two legs. But we're not done yet. Now we got coverings. So now I got to go back to H and pull out 3. And then I got to go to K. H3. Right there. One H3. Two H3s. And then it's going to want K 5 and 6. These are K 5 and 6. Okay, they're pipes. Oh, this one's going to be interesting. It's mainly because of the angles I gotta do this at. That's what just is the weirdest. may have to shave those down a little bit. Oh, why did I put it over there? I wanted it over here. Here we go. No problems. Okay. I'll put them back. I turn them and I put them back in the box, so that way I know which ones where. Like, just so I can like easily look at the top. I can look at the top corner tab and just say, oh, it's that color. It's that one. It's not that color. It's that one. It's that one. Look, it's that one. That's all I care about. Yes. Okay. Right. So this is going on the very front part of the foot, like so. So I can actually pull that out a little bit. Snap you on top. So you got that nice little metal look. We have an ad coming. I don't think I can stop it. In fact, I don't think I will. Just so we can make sure that when you arrive, you get in ad-free. Your ad is about to start, whatever. Okay, everyone, I'm just going to be putting this together to those of you who are going to watch our ads and help us keep trucking along. Thank you. I will wait. Oh, generously await your return, or hopefully wait for it. I'll wait for your return. Come back soon. 6 goes on the right. Oh, I didn't even see those. Front goes in. And then the second one goes, oh, it goes in the back. So it lines up. Oh, okay. So it says the 2 panels on the side, but the rocket thingy goes up. So that means that's on that side, that's on that side. And these go all the way in here. It's because there's a hole in it. My God, how did I not see that? There's a hole in there. I'm not sure if you can. Oh yeah, you can totally see it. There's a hole in these pipes. So it's your hydraulic push on the inside. My God, they've thought of everything. So I put the end in there like that. Then I got to press these down into the 2 little notches down there. Like that. And like that. Okay, those are in. And then I do the same thing to the other side. I just insert it like that, make sure it slides in, turn it slightly sideways, so that way the pegs line up to the holes. I love this type of detail. Look at the attention to details, makes me so happy. Because now you got that full hydraulic look on that leg as it slips in and out. Up and down, back and forth. So good. So it's going to go all the way out. It's got a nice little snap when it gets into place too. So again, you can see the 2 holes. That's where these 2 teeth go into. Hopefully you can see that. I do have a lot of light here, so maybe I'll angle the light next time so I can actually get a decent... No, I'm not talking to you. I'll angle the light so that way next time we get a better angle at a better view of it. But for now, this will work. I'm just used to having a light on top of me so that way I can just look at what I'm doing. The room light does nothing, in case you're wondering. Like, it's so far behind me that it would not enhance anything. That's actually why I have my desk light up here, is because I can't see anything. It's them cheeky little details. Oh God, for this, yes, absolutely. Especially when you know how hydraulics work and then you see the work that goes into it. See, that's what's funny. So for the missus's grandfather, we didn't know what to get him. What do you get the electrical engineer who has everything? Any ideas? We had none. The missus shows me I thought this was hilarious. But when she showed it to me, the lights went off. So she shows me a mock-up picture of a transformer that's a legit transformer. Like it's an electricity handling device in a package from the 80s that lists it as nothing other than a transformer, which isn't wrong, but it's for the Transformers line of toys. And then it dawned on me, that's what I gotta get him. That's 100% what I gotta get him. So, for Christmas this year, her grandfather got a transformer, a little transformer for his desk. It even has a hole in it so he can put his pencils in it. He absolutely loved it. He rambled off immediately. That's how I knew he liked it. Because he was able to list every part and tell what every part did. So essentially, yes, perfection. It was the perfect gift. What are we going to do next year? I have no idea. I still have to technically finish her mother's gift. All right. So the instructions say next to just push it together like that. I think it wants me to put the thing down too. Oh, look at that. It does sit down. It wants it in sitting mode. Okay, so now we're all seated. What it's requesting next is a couple pieces from D and H. No idea. Okay, well, we're going to find out. So let's pull those H parts first. Because according to the instructions, they're quite small. So if I have to continue the stream, if I don't finish, there's a slight chance I might finish. But if I don't finish, there will be a follow-up stream, possibly tomorrow. And what I will do is I'll try to get a little bit more prepared. So I'll have like the instructions on one side of the screen, maybe the side of the screen behind my head, my Namazu head, and I will have the instructions, the page that I'm on, right there, so you can follow along that way. So just so you can see where I am. Idea: start looking for scale model kits of electrical installations. I don't think he has the dexterity for model kits. I mean, when we 3D printed that transformer, and the first thing he did was like, "Can you get this bigger?" And I'm like, "Do you need it right now?" Because we're a little bit on vacation. So if he wants a full size one, we will definitely, not full size, but the size that the print was calling for was much bigger than the pencil case. Pencil case? The pencil tin he had. The one we were printing off of was going to be bigger than this green pad here, but we made it much smaller so that way his stuff would just sit in there as two, like two pens and pencils will sit inside it. Not very big, just for his own personal amusement. But if he does want a bigger one so he can sit there with a laser pointer or even like a little stick or his pencil and point at it and say, "This is what this does, this is what this does," because he was all over it, just pointing out little things that I didn't even realize were there. I was like, okay, those are heat sinks. I know what that does. And he pointed out, this is the oil tank. This is the runoff into the machine for the coolant. And I'm like, I didn't know that. I just printed the darn thing. But I was happy. He was ecstatic to tell me all about it. That means I did my job right. H1450. Oh god, these pieces are tiny. I hate tiny pieces. For one reason, there's a slight chance I gotta lose it. Oh, why you gotta be so small? No, I'm not used to handling tiny pieces. Luck. Well, skill. We're gonna go with skill. Yeah, skill. Metal skill. Alright, even though no one's redeeming a hydrate, I'm gonna go to my window and grab another Coke. Ah, perfect temperature. Yimmers. Alright, so next I will need to retrieve sections D12 and 15. Yeah, D12 and D15, no problem. Brian, roll it! No, I'm just kidding. Is this D? Yes, it is. I should probably put the D part up. Okay. $12 and $15. Oh, that's why, because they're positioned like that. I got you. I was like, they look opposite, but they're like right next to each other. What's going on? Oh, because there's a bunch of other pieces on the other side. Understood. Understood. It's 12. I'll put 15 on the left because I think that's how it's in the book. Is that how it is in the book? 12 and 15. Actually, it's the other way around. Okay. So 12 on that side. On this side. D side up. Close enough. Please tell me my delivery's here. No 20 on hand. We'll settle for 5 minutes. Let 100 stop rolling. Nope. Nope. Oh, one of the friends I made back at the call center is posting about her kids. Her kids are like, when I met her, she didn't have no kids. She met her man. No, well, while she was there, she didn't meet him there. She was working there when she met him, but he didn't work there. She had her first kid about a month after I left there. She asked for some advice. I said, "Yep, here's what to expect." And she followed that advice, and he's like, "I'm gonna have another one." I was like, "You're already got one coming, or you're going to have another one?" No, she had a second one coming. It was great. And they have like the best family photos ever. So I followed her Instagram, and their family photos are just like they're so cute. They're so cute, and their kids, oh, they're cute too. They're crazy cute. They're not my kid level of cute, but still. Kids are like epics. None are so wonderful as your own. How does this go? Okay, so that goes in like that, and that goes in like that, and this sits in there. Oh my, why would that sit in there? This feels like a design flaw. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It works. It's fine. I was like, there's gonna be no cleanup in there. There's no way I can clean up anything that's going in that little itty bitty space. I've been in some tight spaces, but oh my gosh. Okay, like that. Not gonna lie, I don't want to do that again. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it like this. Perfect. A little bit easier on my fingers. Okay. Now, I love this pattern here, but I know I'm never going to see it again. Pattern on the outside's not bad. It's pretty good. So this says to put this happy face here with this happy face here. I know I can't see it on my screen, but I hope you guys can see it all right. So we're just going to mash those two happy faces together. Well, not really happy faces. They're like, face. Have a derpy good time, buddy. There we go. Just had to look at it to line it up. Same deal with this side. Look at it to line it up. Oh, that looks... Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Kind of glad we're manufacturing two legs at the same time here. Not that I don't mind seeing the paneling underneath, but man, that looks so good. Yeah. Okay. Next, it looks like I have... interesting. I'm not sure what the heck these are. Oh! They're the toes. Okay. So, the ultimate and ultimate of tracking. Traction is all in how you grip. These guys grip via, I gotta do this twice now. So I gotta go to the K's, H's, and D's. So let me grab the D's first since I'm here. I'm currently on page D. D, okay. D19? D19. So I need to grab the two D19s. And you'll see exactly what I mean. Where we gotta cut this? Yep, I need those. Okay, so I will cut it out here where those end. I like how they do list in the picture what you need on that piece. So I need those two little tabby thingies because otherwise I was going to cut them off. Bad. Would have been very bad. Would have been more things to do, and I don't want more things to do. I am behind on this build as it is, and I finally got my stuff together finally to let it happen again. Speaking of which, I have finally gotten my stuff together after being out of everything for way too long. Like ever since, I'm gonna say like almost September, I have not been able to concentrate. I've just not been able to function. And in October, and then in December, or the beginning of December, I took a spill, or was it November? It was the first day we had ice, and then I had gone out, and my car was sliding all over the road. And I was like, okay, they haven't applied anything yet. I'm going to go home. I'm not going to drive in this. For my safety, I'm not doing this. And then as soon as I got home, I got out of the car, walked 10 feet, slipped. Landed on my bag. Not my sack. Not my sack. The bag where I carry all my stuff, which included my EpiPen capsules. Landed on a capsule, jabbed right in my back. Like, right into it. When I landed nice and flat on my back. I'm like, oh, this is going to feel good. And then I felt it, and it was just, I can't say just like a knife, but it felt horrible. I couldn't walk for almost a week. Like, every time I got up and moved, heck, even when I lay down, everything was painful. Everything was painful. It was not a good time. 13, 14. Wait, do I need all these? Yes, I'm gonna need all these, okay. All the 13s, all the 14s. Where are the 14s? Where are my 14s at? Oh, they're up there. Oh. Okay. Damn, I got this. Okay, so, that went away eventually. So I was able to recover, thank goodness. I still feel a little tweak from time to time, but I had to learn to walk again. First time I had to learn to walk the first time. I had to learn to walk after I got COVID. It was bedridden for almost a month. It was like a whole week in bed, but it took its toll on me. It's still taking its toll on me. I will. No! It just rolled off the edge. I am not happy. Although it might be in my shoe, so that might be good news. Finish what I'm doing, and then I'm gonna go get it. Okay, you go back there. You stay back there. Do not come out, or I will turn this build around. Yeah, I've walked with a limp for like the last month. For the last month, since the beginning of December. It feels like longer, but I have walked with a real limp, and it's hindered my ability to do anything. But the last 2 days, I found that I can walk easily, no limp. I can actually get around. Now I just got to work on stamina. Yay! I'm getting better. I am so happy. It's like, yeah, I can walk again. Yay! Small steps, small steps. Because believe me, the pain was enough to not make me have a good time. Absolutely enough to not make me have a good time. Okay, so the K's are done. Now I gotta find the I's. And I gotta get the one off the floor. Get the one off the floor first. Now, if it's in my shoe, yay. If it's not, Good news, it's on my shoe. Let's see if I can get it without dropping it. Yeah, got it. Woo! Yeah. It landed between my shoes. Luckily, my feet were together, so it just landed on top. Yay! How's that for a saving throw? So now I need to pick up these H16 and 11. And there will be 2 of them, because I know there are 2 H's. 16 and 11, they're right on the edges. Okay. That makes sense. That's going to be interesting. Try to cut that as close as I can so I don't have to clean it later. Just taking that few extra moments before each cut makes all the difference in the long run. Because then you don't have to waste that time doing other stuff. Not sure if you're still out there, Brian, but if you are, have you played Metal Gear Solid? I don't remember if you have. So let's build these little things together. Sorry, I had to take a good look at the book just to see what was... Ah, okay. What was what? There is a way for this to go in properly? The really weird thing about it is I don't think it wants to... Okay, yeah, it does go like that. So there's a seam here I gotta follow and then pop it over the edge on the other side. Which doesn't seem right to me, but whatever. Nope, PS3 I got off somebody was hooched. Would a PS4 handle the collection? It should? If it's back compatible, I'm pretty sure it will. I think that's a yes. It could be a yes. Okay, that should have set it in place, hopefully. I think it's got to go down to the edge of the notch, too. Yes, it does. This is so specific for such a small part, and I gotta do this 4 times. Because this has to sit in the end of it, too. And that's where the notch comes in. Gotcha. So I need a holder, which this will do nicely. So I can hold it with that. Put it like that, and then use my slag picker to push it down. There we go. And then that just sits in the end of there. Okay, so 1 done. Go on to the next one. Now that I know what I'm doing. Find the... Although I could just put this in reverse, I guess. Maybe not. No, it's too solid to put in. It's a... This Metal Gear is too solid. I'm not gonna ruin what these... They're like these... The talons here are actually predominant in a very big scene. So I'm not gonna spoil for Brian what they are. For those who know, you know. Up on the edge. I don't even need the slag picker. Just push down. All I really need is just a flat end, and I can push down. It doesn't need to be the slag picker, but the slag picker really helps. Now it just doesn't want to cooperate. How dare! All right, put that way. There we go. You don't have to worry about the warble now. Goes through, and this sits in there like so. 2 of those done. Oh, and then they sit in here. Accordingly, this goes like that. Okay, then the back hole. Okay. Like, there is a way this goes together. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up very well, but there is a very specific way these go together. It goes like that. Goes like that. Nice. Now I gotta do it 2 more times. The good news is that you can match the little notch here with the notch in the spike. I mean, you can just push it through with your hand, but my hands hurt, so I don't want to. Oops. So I just put it to the edge of the grippers here. Put it to the edge, and then just use the corners as corners to push down. So that way all the force goes through the peg and not through the sides. especially not through my fingers. A little bit further than I wanted to go, but that's okay. Then I simply push in there like that. So what you got to do is on the notch there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, you can totally see that. There's also a notch in the peg here. So you line the two notches up, try to push it through as best you can, and then try to get through the end as best you can. And then when I poke it through there, I just use the slag picker to push it right on down. And because it's not sitting on anything solid, it should pass right through. Try to use measured strength on that. And yeah, see now, and then when all I do is just push down on it, and then it goes right down as I push it, and then it pops out the other end. And not sticking me in the finger, thank goodness! Then attach like so. And then on the last peg, put it on like so. Make sure it's coming out like this, as per the instructions. So it goes on the outside, the last one, not the inside first one, because they both have pegs on them, but it wants it there. So those two are done. Done ski. And now it's going to ask me to attach it to the leg. As it says, it goes right out front here. There's the little slot there. We'll match up with the little slot here. Bada boom. Metal Gear. It's Metal Gear leg. Ugh. I know as far as exposition goes, there's certain things you can do, whatnot. I made fun of Snake a lot. As when he was talking with Baker, I made fun because he repeats everything he hears, right? Because it's the point for us, the audience, to know these things. So when he says something, well, that increased the amount of muff goes up every year. Muff? Are you repeating everything I say? Everything you say. And that's the joke I keep telling. But it's exposition for us, the audience. That's the main point. Well, thanks. Jeez. I gotta go to D and grab number 8. 2 8s to be specific. This is D. This is D. D D D D D D D D. Number 8. Nice and clear, nice and smooth. As I said, that little bit of extra time you take to make the snip, snip it right, don't need to clean it. That's with the modern stuff. With the modern stuff, I do have to say, I must be clear, it's with the modern stuff, because I remember it was horrible the first time I tried doing this. Not necessarily with Metal Gear, but I had a car build I was looking forward to, which included the engine. First of all, I did not have the proper materials to do that. Like, it required, like, glue that I didn't have access to. So, can you imagine a model car completely two-sided taped together? The thing was a monstrosity. Top panel looks good too. Even though like this panel looks good as it is, it looks a lot better with the top panel on. Mind you, the model cars still look good until you open up the hood and realize that there's two-sided tape underneath everything. Yes, a model with two-sided tape. The moment you looked under anything, you opened the door, look under the hood, it was just a monstrosity. I remember trying to figure out, how do I do this? I mean, it was a great puzzle for me, but I didn't need that kind of puzzle. Yeah, no. Feeties! How are those for toe beans, everyone? Thank you, Zephyr. Just get the old wrinkly brain working. Yeah. It got put together. It didn't look good, but it got put together. Just imagine the ingenuity that young kid me put together just to do that. Nowadays, I just like, no, I'm going to go out and buy some glue. Alright, time to move on to PC parts yet again. Brian, Forbidden Toe Beans. Rawr. The panels all look good, which is the best part. So I will have to get E and J for parts D3 and D5. I'm gonna get those big parts first. Young Leonard was patient. Current Leonard has options. That's very true. That is very true. D3 and 5. Is that these guys? Yes, it is. So I'm going to get these out first so I know my placements before I get those out and lose them completely. I don't even remember how many spools of two-sided tape I went through, to tell you the truth. I know I went through at least 2. There was definitely 2 involved. I don't remember what we were using the two-sided tape for, to be honest. Well, my model car, clearly. I think that's what got me against building models like this, was because how much time that took to do. Oh, these came out nice. That spiff's gonna drive me nuts. There we go. You know what? If I had the glue, I'm just thinking about this now. If I had the glue and I had the patience, that car would have looked amazing. I had the patience to tape it together. I'm pretty sure I had patience to glue it together. Glue was a little bit different back then, though. Whatever. Okay, so here we go. This one, go like this. And I'm going to need section J and E. J first. Section J, here we go. And double check where that comes off. Perfect, 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 perfect. Section J. I'm going to literally do this one at a time because I want it to go correctly. So as it says in the instructions here, J goes in here. Well, of course, J goes in here. I feel dumb now. Should have read a little bit ahead. And then section E. Side. Section E. There we go. I think section E, because this is J, this is E. So the rubber section E will probably go on top of these. So let's put that together as it shows. Thank you for the compliments. I have to believe it myself, too. Not done. Just faster than the smarts. The rest of me is trying to catch up with me. I like that. Oh, J and E. Why am I thinking something else? Okay, there we go. J, section E. I have to admit, I was always bad at reading ahead because I was just trying to do it step by step by what was presented in front of me. However, one time they had that little tricky test, and I'm sure everyone's written it, where they literally put in like halfway through the steps that the steps say only do section whatever, and then the rest just don't make any sense whatsoever. Oh, pardon me. Oh, goodness. So like do section halfway through the thing it says only do section 1 and section 5. Section 1, put your name at the top. Section 5, hand paper in. That's it. In a blueprint of, like, I don't know how many other instructions. On the flip side to that, I was so bored in my elementary school classes, I actually read ahead in our textbooks. Heck, I sat down and read the encyclopedia. I was so bored. Nowadays, I can't keep up with the kids. But, it's to be expected. Come on. Alright, we're going back to the D's, everyone. We're going with D9 and D2. D2? Where's D9? Oh, okay, so D9 and D2. This looks really cool. Just gonna make sure I cut it right, too. Way down. Little bit, just a minor angle, and yeah, it comes out nice. These nuts. Too bad you weren't here earlier. That's all I was saying. I was having so much fun with it. Let that one come out. I can't see. Of course I can't see. This is D. That is not D. There you are. Precision, precision, precision. You You could clip faster. No. Clipping faster will put me further behind. I mean, it's clear I'm not going to make the stream. I'm still working on the legs. But that's okay. I am enjoying myself to no end with this build. Although with the weather outside, I feel very tempted to watch Empire Strikes Back. Not gonna lie. So there's D9. Here's D2. Simplicity's sake, I think it just wants me to put it that way. D9, D2, that goes in there, that goes in there. Just like so. Okay, so probably one of the simplest parts. Simplicity. And I actually put it together right. Because this part's flush, these actually line up. Beauty. I have no idea what this section is for, to tell you the truth. A little bit of a lip on the front. Not gonna like that. Nope, nope. Not gonna like that. Nope, nope. Is that both of them? Oh, right, because it's at an angle. Ha! Whatevs. Okay. So next, that's done. Now, back to D's. Yes, D's nuts! Gotti. So we're going to need sections D16, 14. Oh, they're not immediate though. Let go. Let go. There we go. D16 and D14. I'm going to have to get something from G as well. Here's 14 and 16. They're up here. I know when they all come together, like, it makes just of this fantastical thing that this is, that this Metal Gear Rex is. I've always really liked Metal Gear Rex. When Metal Gear Ray came out, I felt disappointed. I would imagine that it's along the same line of disappointment the creator had when viewing Godzilla, because that's the story behind Metal Gear Ray. Was he designed Metal Gear Ray to look like how he envisioned Godzilla to look, with a quote-unquote modern look. Another great line of trivia is that they actually bought the Roland Emmerich Godzilla. They literally purchased the rights for it just to kill it off in Godzilla Wars. And hearing that, you would probably be not wrong to assume that maybe Godzilla gave the one that killed it a high five. I would have expected that, considering it does give... Apparently Godzilla does give high fives. Oh, G. Here we go. G, number 1. Right there. The biggie. Very high fives. Skyscraper reel. One of my favorite things with Godzilla right now is how he's constantly getting bigger. Like the Zilla grow big. Wait, do I have more than one G? It says G1, but shouldn't I do that twice, or is it just one? I'm going to run with it for right now. I will take the D16 and put it into the G1 right there. Just gotta figure out how that sits. Okay, with his little pants down. He will sit in there just like this. Okay, that's actually a really nice fit. And then the D14 down here says it will slide up into him like that. Oh, okay, I see it. But this has to go in second. Oh, it has to go in second because of how it sits there. Oh, okay, very nice, very nice, very nice. How do I do that a second time? I don't have another G. I know you meant, Brian says, I know you meant to say Godzilla, but I heard Godzilla, like Godzilla-sized armadillo. I'd pay to watch Godzilla versus Godzilla. I mean, we got a decent Godzilla versus Kong for a change, which was really nice. All right, we're moving on. This step number 9 does not have the same thing on it, so I am just gonna go by the instructions here because it doesn't, like, everything I've done has a ×2 on it. All the stuff has a ×2 on it. This part, the G1 and this did not have a ×2 on it on number 9, so I'm just gonna follow it as is. D's for teen. Teen is a really nice fit. It's going to slide right in. What am I watching here again? This is a Metal Gear build. And apparently a bunch of wonderful, immature jokes. But that, if you know me at all, that's all that's inside me. PC number 1. Or I. No, it's I. Okay, there's I. So I will clip I here. And I will clip I here. Now those cuts are nice and clean. So there's I. Then it says I gotta find A. I gotta find A. So the big hole goes in like that. So there's going to be like a big swivel or something coming through. How does that want me to put it up? Up and down, okay. So the little tab in the back runs this way. Brian, that and sugar-free Coke, Coke to appease the diabetes. Nothing appeases the diabetes, sadly. Section 7 and A13. I must find A13. All the way back to A! The Canadian panel. 13. 13. Could be small, I think. There it is, A13. God, it's not as tiny as 15, but still there. Nice sketch. There we go. Panel's a little bit off, but I think it says here that it is accommodated that way. Okay, so there's a little slip in the back. So the slip in the back here, I'm not sure if you can see that. It's supposed to go towards the back of the build. So it sits there nicely. It sits there right now, but when I do the next part, it's gonna be kind of definitive. This is gonna go in there like this, turn that way, and sit in there like that. I'm sure it'll get to the other part when it needs to. Okay. Everybody else can stay over here for now. I know I'm going to need these two parts right here. It will come into play again, just not right this moment. And now it wants me to go off and do something else. Okay, feeties, those are actually kind of heavy. I like it. I really like that. I dig that. I dig their weight. These parts are going to sit just to the side. You two are going to sit over here. You're going to sit right there. Lovely. All right, moving on to step 10. If you have the instructions, that's where I am. I'm at step 10 right now. And I'm glad they're better than, well, I guess anything's better than IKEA instructions, but just as far as that goes, it works. G1. Okay, so I need to go back to G3. What panel's that? Oh, that's panel C. Panel C. That goes to panel C. That's the D's. E, F, back to G. Oh, those are H's. Okay. Oh, I didn't unpack it yet, that's why. Oh, there's a ladder! So G3 will be my next. And B2. Oh, okay. So I will take G3 off of here. Clipping it ever so carefully. So I have the feeling one of these will be the part I am looking for to do the mirror opposite to this side. So there's G3. And I'm going to need B2. And I'm going to go back to the D's. Yes, D's nuts. So, B. This is B. B2, right there. Let's go double check, make sure I need B2. Clippy. Clip. Clippy. B2. Next up, I will need from the panel, panel D, panel C, panel D. And I'm only taking from one of these panels because I don't think I need the others. But am I going to need 11? Yes, the answer is 11. So these three along here. I'm gonna move a little bit closer so that way even though I stare directly at it, you should still be able to see what I see, hopefully. Oh, it just about fell right through the fingers as I predicted. I was like, oh no, it's gonna fall between my fingers. I know it is. Why? Because I'm stupid. I could have just as easily not. Okay, so it says that G3, which I think was this panel, and B2, which was this panel. Yes, yes, that's gonna go. Is that right? I don't think that's right. Is that right? Maybe it is. Maybe it is not. G2 panel. Ooh, there we go. Okay, there it is. So then this connects to this just like so. Or so it says. If I can follow through with that, we'll find out. There's so many peg holes here. Oh, do you sit inside of... Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't see that. It sits inside of it. Okay, cool. I like that. Very nice. I'll make sure you stay flush. There we go. I do like the panels that sit inside of panels. It's somewhat satisfying. Now it says these three sit here. How? Okay. Is it more on the end or more on the... Sorry, just gonna take a closer look at this. Okay, yes. So it goes lip out. So there's a little lip on the end here. So it's just gonna go out that way rather than lip in. I thought it was gonna be lip in, but apparently it's got other plans. Oh, those look good. Looks really good on the mount. Normally, I would really want to glue those down, but I'm not going to play with it, so I know it'll be fine. Okay, that's step 10 done. We're moving on to step 11. And apologies once again as we're about to go into some more ads. About a minute away. So don't worry. I'm still going to be here for the next little while. If you got to dive into that, or you know what? It's good time for a bathroom break. Let's just have a bathroom break. I'm not going to, but you guys can totally can. I'm honest. Whatever. Section 11 has me invading I's and C's. So let's first get to C. I got a bunch of stuff just lying around. Goodness me. C. There we go. From the panel C, it demands section 29. 29. This looks like the launcher panel. I say that having played Metal Gear Solid and seeing what Metal Gear Rex can do. Nope, section 29 from C. Now, there's section I was right there, ready to go. So you're going to want, God, please don't be 6. I 713.5. Here's 7, 5, and 13. Okay. It's literally half. Half, okay. 17. Should really keep a little tray. There's 5. And 13. Oh no! Oh, it landed square on the shelf. The moment it snapped, I was like, ah! Goal? No goal. That panel down, that panel up. And then there's these little marks on the inside that match up with the marks on the outside. So I think there's a short one, a long one, and a T-pose. The answer is yes. So short one, long one, T-pose. But these are, yeah, these are missile bay covers. They're supposed to pop open when Rex fires missiles. Missiles. I guess right even. I just hazarded a guess to which one fit where. Luckily, I was correct. It wasn't a hazard guess, I'm lying. I took a good look at it and said this one's longer than that one. Science and logic. One of my favorite lines is definitely, George just lucky, I guess. For those of you coming back from your bathroom break and the ad break, welcome back, welcome back. You missed the drama of me shooting a piece of Metal Gear off into the ether. Luckily for me, it landed on the shelf. I literally clipped it. I thought it was going to fall down like the other two pieces did. Pew! Nope, you heard a little tick. It flew off in the distance. And I was like, no! And lucky for me, it landed square on the shelf on a little IKEA tray I have for when I do doodling. Metal Geared into the sunset. Yes. But the panel looks pretty good. Really nice. What is this now? Now it demands D4s. 3 of them. Just gonna keep going back to the top panel for D4s. Nope, this panel. Oh, there's only 3 of them. Okay, that's why it demands 3. Have to be a little bit more careful on these cuts because they will be a lot harder to rectify after the fact. Ah, come on, hand, don't seize up. Work with me. Didn't mean to do that. There we go. So if I just hang on to it and then snap it. There we go. Much better. So these are supposed to go in... It says they're supposed to fit in here. I mean, they kind of fit in there. They're supposed to go in that way? They're supposed to go in this way. I believe more that they would go in that way. Oh, I see how they go in. See, it doesn't go in that way. It goes in. Done a really bad job of representing how that goes in there. Panel side down so they actually close like that. So it hides the missile bays. So you can see the little missile bays and it pops out. Oh my god, I love this. I hated it until I loved it. And it goes and closes the panel over it. And it goes and closes the panel over it. I'm gonna have to do this another time. A second time, I know it, because it's gonna be on the other leg. So yes, I was right. This is the missile launcher. So now they close up, so they cover it. I'm gonna leave that little lip there so I can actually go like that. So they could pop open. They didn't need to do that. I'm grateful they did. So grateful they did. All right. Oh, did I do this out of order? Oh, section 10 was supposed to go on. Bleh. Okay, section 10. Let's get this done real quick. So, 9. That was this. Okay. So these two fit together. Like so. Okay, those fit perfectly like that. And then it says, and then, like this comes after the fact, I'm going to need K2 and M1516. What the? I didn't put that together, did I? No. Yeah, okay. Onward to M. Why does it have 15 and 16? Do I need them both? M15 and 16 look identical. It's recalling for both, so I'll pull them both out. Oh, they're two halves. Haha. So it's your two halves combined. You are pain in the butt. Okay, that went together nice and easy. Nice little click. M, you go back into the spot. And then I got to track down K2. Just 1K. Oh yeah, it's 1K2. There's K2. Can see it immediately. No doubt gonna have to do this for the other side, but I wonder in what order they're gonna want it done for the other side. Symmetry. Okay. So this goes through here as it sits in the little lip. So that way the top part can poke out. Goes right into the section here. Oh, nice. I love when it snaps into place. Then next up, okay, then that's gonna sit there. It wants B5 and B4. So we go back to the B's. No? Nobody? Not the bees! Ow. It poked me. Dinner first. Double checking once again, 5 and 4. Got it. For all those following along at home, I had to go back to step 10 because I'm a doofus and I did not read it properly. Because step 10 goes down and then it shoots back up and across to step 11, which I just completed over there. All right. So that B5 will go over top here somehow. Okay, fits right in there. Got it. Oh, I love when it snaps together. And then this B4 goes on the other side, covering the rest of it. Okie dokie. Then we make this panel. Okay, then we make this panel, which we've done. Long spoke down. That'll sit right here. beauty. And then the pad will pop up. Okay. What's next? Then section 8, which is this, goes on this side. Okay, didn't expect that. So be it. Then number 6, I'm just gonna grab this one for number 6. It says goes under here. And then it starts the other side. So, there it is. One Metal Gear Rex leg. Hey, boys. Oh, yeah, that swivels too. Nice. So the foot will slide in, the leg will slide in, and the little heel that sits in the back will also fold down, so the Rex can actually go all the way down. And the little missile pods here, literally on the knee to shoot things. Okay, so I can happily say one leg completed. I'm going to put that to the side right now. If I had all the parts pulled off and labeled, I could probably just breeze through this next section, but I'm not going to be able to do that real fast. But I will try. So we're going to grab G6. As mentioned here, we got G6, and we're going to go back to the Ds. Nope, this one right there. Oh, I got these two right here. Sweet. So first off, this D section goes in the back, like so. Part down, face out. And then I drop it. I wonder if that's going to expend all my time. Holy cow, how far did it fly? If it lands near you, please send it to our GXP mailbox. Nope, it did not land in the shoe as I thought it did. Ah, found it. Well, let's see if I can finish up before my, well, at least get a little bit of this done before I got to Metal Gear Go. So that fits right into there. Bam. This one suits up underneath it, I believe. Yep. As it fits right underneath the little circle. Perfect. Now I got PC number 1 for the second time. Or PCI. Okay, I use that one, so I need this one. Ah, Michael has joined the stream. This one goes up and down, so I have to make sure that goes in properly like that. PCI. I goes up and down, just like that. A14, once again. 14 right there. And I'm also going to need section 7, which is right here. Once again, little lip on the bottom, tips toward the back. And that seats right here. Michael, I see you're in, well, you put down the hype. Will you be streaming today? And roughly what time? Just around 5. Gotta leave room between stream and FF14 evening. I remember hearing that the big update was coming. I'm not sure if that was tonight or today, but it's probably later tonight. Hopefully. G4 and B9. Okay, so G4 and B9. G's right here. There it is. It's right there. It's right here in my hand. Back to B! Not the B! B9. Benign. Actually, sitting closer is really nice because I can even utilize the light better. I still have to squint, but it's better. Oh, pardon me. Where was I? I was over here for G4 and B9. You fit there, inside there, like so. I'm going to skip the D11s because I do not have time. Helps if you put it together right. And part 15 is building that little panel, which again I'll have to do later. So I'm done for today. The update is next Monday. Oh, it's next Monday. Okay. I know they're taking the servers offline and doing all that cool stuff, but that's going to be it for me for today, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. No matter what you go by, no matter what creed you are, have yourself a great day. Michael will be back in about 2 hours to do his thing before he does some Final Fantasy XIV shenaniganery tonight. I'm not sure if we're going live for that, but thank you all for joining us nonetheless. Take care of yourselves out there. Be cool. Be yourself. Absolutely. Thank you very much, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Bye-bye.